Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Mauricio Luna, Product Development Engineer at Renogy. Thank you for joining us, Mauricio.
Glad to be here.
Renogy is a really interesting company. Give us a little bit of background, some info of what the company's all about.
So Renogy is focused big on bringing power to your hands. So the mission that we have is we basically want to provide energy for everybody without it being so difficult. We first started with the more of a DIY kind of model, so providing components easy enough to connect, just because there's a big misconception about solar as to how difficult it is, and so above all else, it's to provide power at your fingertips, make it easy for you to connect and to understand, because we like to educate all of our clients.
And you've got kind of like a soup to nuts product array on the website.
Yeah, pretty much. We're definitely striving, if not already, a one-stop shop kind of deal.
And there are also videos to help people try to put it all together and understand how this works.
That's correct. So we have anything from we have a couple of video series. So there's a Solar Basics series, which just kind of gets you started or gives you an idea of how to start, just because solar can be such an enormous topic. We have product videos that showcase each one of our products or kind of shows the best features of them. And then we also have some basic troubleshooting videos. It's to serve as a helpful hand, so people don't think you're getting a real quality product.
Well, let's talk about some of the newest products in your lineup. You've got a full page of new releases on the site, and they range from a power station, the Phoenix 300, to a new flexible solar panel. So give us the overview of what you've got out there that's brand new.
Yeah, definitely. So one of our newest products is the Phoenix 300, and it's essentially what the name implies. It's a massive power station. So it has roughly a 300 watt-hour battery, which basically just means that you're able to power anything from cameras, TV, lights, up to 200 watts continuously. And the real purpose for this product, it's supposed to be like a very small power source, small in form, but huge in amount of power and what it can charge for you.
And that would be for campsites or for a backup situation in the home?
Yeah, so it definitely catered to backup power, and it's a good item just for your leisure as well. So it could be you could be at a beach or a tailgating party, and it's got you covered.
You're going to stay charged. And can that work with one of your solar panels to keep that battery charged?
Yes. So the battery, the Phoenix 300 itself has multiple input sources. So you can charge it through a wall outlet. It comes with the connector needed to connect one of our solar panels to it. So it really is catered to universal. It's universally catered to either at your house or whether you're out hiking.
And for folks who like to tinker a bit more, tell us typically what they can do with what's available from Renogy with their homes.
So we can provide a solution. We have some ready-made solutions already for RVs, for tiny houses. We have different standards of kits, and to kind of get you to the next level, we like to kind of investigate to see what it is that we're trying to power. And so from there, we have any kits ranging from a simple panel to a portable panel. So these are for those people that don't want to drill on their roofs. And then we have those flexible panels as well. So it really depends on what your application is. We'll have a solution ready for you.
And these new flexible panels, the latest that you have, where would people typically use those? Are those to go on the top of a small RV or something like that?
Right. So the flex panels are definitely catered to applications where solar is needed, but you don't need the weight or the major drilling in regards to it. So these panels are super lightweight, almost 70% lighter than any panel on the market. You know, panels can range anything from 15 pounds, 20 pounds, and this panel is just merely like less than 5 pounds. And it has a flexible aspect to it for maybe airstreams that have more of a curved roof. So the applications for it is more than the rigid panels because of the flexibility.
And this is a 175 watt panel, so it can really deliver.
Yeah, 175 of monocrystalline powered cells.
A lot of people don't know what the different terminologies are when it comes to solar energy. Can they get that information from the site, or can you give us a bit of a primer here?
Yeah, definitely. So essentially, how solar kind of works is you have the panels that create the energy, and this is how I normally break it down. So solar, to make your own solar power, it consists of 5 main elements. So it's the panels, which generate the energy based on the cell efficiency. And then there's the charge controller, which is like a little power regulator. And that's what harnesses and controls the solar energy. And this charges a battery bank, which will be what stores your solar energy. And for some, this is the application that is all you need for say van life or whether you're out hiking and you have an existing battery bank, because solar will charge the battery bank. But for those that also want to create their own energy to use from the battery bank, then the next component is an inverter, which powers which transforms the battery power into household power. And then, of course, the last component is more implied. It's all the wiring in between. So this is essentially what you need to get started. And whenever we also have a tech support line, so when people can call in, we also educate you in terms of what you need to power up, and then provide the components and explain it so that users understand what it is that they're purchasing.
And a product like the Phoenix 300 power station has more or less the controller built into it, right? All you would need is the panel with that. That's
correct. So it's definitely modular in that sense. You could purchase it just by itself, and that's good enough to power what you need. And if you want a little more off the grid edge to it, then the panels, all of our panels up to 200 watts are compatible with the Phoenix 300, and it's simple plug and play.
And if you're talking about trying to provide more power to your home and the batteries to store power, multiple panels, multiple batteries can all be hooked up in series. It's just a matter of learning how to do that properly.
Right, that's correct. So the really cool part about all of our components is that they are mostly modular. So the great part is if you're just starting out with solar, you're not too sure how much power you'll need, you can start off with, say, one 100-watt panel. And most of these controllers that we offer are rated for 30 amp or 20 amp, which means you're able to expand on the system. So basically, you can start off with parts with just the first part, and then if you feel like you need power later on, then you can expand with panels or with a heavier controller, and the parts will still kind of work together.
And most of us are familiar with the rooftop solar systems that are so prevalent out there, but I guess some of these don't even have to be on a roof, right?
That's right. So one product in particular is our solar suitcase, and it's exactly what you would imagine it to be. It's a panel that folds up like a suitcase, has suitcase handles, and that's more flexible to use. So you can take it out. So you can take out the panel just when you need it, and then put it away without having to drill on your roof or anything like that. And we also have some of the flex panels. We mentioned the 175 watt That's more of a panel that goes on top of roofs, but we also have smaller panels that, you can link them to your backpack, and those are good enough cell phone chargers. So the application is very broad.
Right, and there are smaller power packs too, I think, that you have in your lineup for just keeping your stuff charged, right?
Right. So all of the components work with each other. So that's what makes it really great.
Terrific. Where's the best place for folks to go for information?
So we currently have a new customer support portal that we just recently launched. All you have to do is go to support.renogy.com, and as soon as you reach the site, you have all of the literature at your disposal. So we have all of the manuals, all of the educational pieces, all the educational videos, and that's a great way and a more focused way to get started, just because we already know the internet has so much information, and this is the best way to get it from us directly.
And with so many of us having more time at home these days, not necessarily voluntarily, maybe a good time to take a look at this and tinker around.
It definitely will be.
Mauricio Luna, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you so much, Fred.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations, and use the code TEXTINATION to save 10%. That's gosun.co.